I'm really sorry, y'all, for not posting on 2K, bro. I just can't, man. But they might have saved me from playing nonsense with this new update, bro. With Mirage, y'all never see me play Apex because a lot of my games I'm playing with Mirage, even on rank, and my friends hated me for it, bro. And because I'm pretty decent at the game, but it's like, oh, wait, let me get this. Okay, but yeah, I'm pretty decent at the game. It's just I wanted to use Mirage. You get that person you like, and I think Mirage had personality more than a lot of a lot of other characters in the game that I liked, and I think that's what draws people to him. But he was garbage. He was really bad. So that was really what kind of forced people to not want to use him, especially anything forward than that. He was definitely the worst character to use in the game because he was useless. But now it's a completely different story. His healing, man, I tell you, bro, you can aggressively heal anybody, and you can just you can down somebody or heal someone like immediately afterwards. You don't have to worry about certain stuff. It kind of similar to Gibraltar. Of course, you can still get shot, but it's really useful. I think honestly, just giving him those perks, it really bumped him up a lot. He's not OP. Like I tell people all the time, he's not OP, and he doesn't have anything overpowered. Like that's definitely one thing I would say. It's just you definitely want to use him smart, and you want to put time in with him. You definitely want to go and train. I'm doing setups myself and training to find out what's the best setups to do and use with his bamboozles, because I'm getting better with him. I haven't, like I said, wasn't even playing at the beginning of this season, so I pretty much just started. And I can only really play on the weekends and Friday, so it's really been kind of tough for me to actually put any of this into use. But it's coming from if you were playing Mirage beforehand and you were crafty with it before, you're definitely gonna feel the power when you get them like this now. And I think they should have been done this for a lot of players, but I don't know. I think this is a step in the right direction. This was the first thing they needed of many things in Apex, because people keep saying the game's dying. It's not dying. It's just like Fortnite. It's not as popular as Fortnite, but the game drops down until a new season comes out. Then the new season comes out and everyone's happy. That's just how it is. It's always like that. So but I think they should definitely continue to rework other legends, so it's not the same 4 or 5 legends getting picked in ranked, because that's where the problem starts, is in ranked or in meta play. If you want to win games, you can't pick your favorites, and that's one thing. That's what stopped me from playing this, because I couldn't pick my favorite character. I had to pick Watson, Caustic, Gibraltar. I had to pick those meta people because of what the game was telling me. The game wasn't telling me, hey, use this guy. No, it was telling me you got to use this guy, or else you're gonna lose. So that's what I want the game to do. But honestly, just in these games, I'm just demonstrating how much more useful he is in the game. He's able to help the team, and that's the thing. This is a team game. It sucks. It was garbage having specials that only pertain to you. Even Octane has a little jump pad thing that can help out. So it's like Mirage had nothing to help the team. So it's a really big buff from him. I think I might do a tier list or something along those lines, because for real, I think tier lists need to include difficulty, like difficulty to master a player, because Gibraltar, yes, he's definitely gonna be on the top of the tier list, but how hard is it to play Gibraltar? It's pretty simple. You throw down a bubble, you throw down an airstrike. It's pretty easy to play Gibraltar. Now, to play other people, you can put caustic gases in certain spots to kind of block off people, and it's more strategic. So I think if I do make a tier list, it'll be based off of what I found out with the game in season 5 with every character, and which character is the best, which character is the worst, and which character is the hardest. Because based on what I'm doing right now, I feel like Mirage is the hardest character to master. He's gonna be the hardest character to master. That's how I feel personally, because everyone else, their specials they don't really take too much work to do. Not their specials, but their tacticals. His ult is good. It has much more utility, but it's not perfect. So it's like I said, that's what it moves him up. It moves him up a lot, and he's a lot better of a character. But there's still some issues with what's going on. Like I said, I just hope people don't think he's OP. I think the most overpowered part is that if you don't see the original Mirage, you have to shoot even if you think it's the fake, because you don't want to be like, oh, it's a fake one, and he shoots you and you're dead. So that's the biggest thing that I liked about Mirage and what drew me to using him. But after like 2 months, people got used to seeing a Mirage running straight ahead and knew it was a fake. So they have to rework a lot of these legends, specifically Lifeline and Octane probably need the biggest rework out of all the legends in the game. Personally, that's how I see it. Definitely, to me, Mirage definitely needed one of the biggest buffs. This helps a lot. Like I said, he's not perfect, so I hope people don't get that impression that he's really, really good. You're not gonna see him in ranked. If you do, they're probably really good with using the bamboozles. I'm getting there, like I said. I'm getting there, but I'm gonna make a video on how to use them effectively. There's a couple of tricks you can use to be really effective using the bamboozles, during the game, and not messing up, because they give you a lot of chances. I think the cooldown is 10 seconds, so you don't have to wait too long to bring out another one. So that's another big thing about him, is that his tactical is always usable. You could always use it, try to mess with people. Now you can play a lot more mind games. So it just gives the character a lot more utility. On to my next thing, man. It's teammates. Teammates. If you have really good teammates while you're playing with Mirage, it also helps a lot. Because the main thing is, most people are used to playing with Caustic. Caustic's probably the best teammate to have in the game, because you can bunker down and really play defense. Watson's really good too, but Caustic's definitely the best one for defense, along with Gibraltar. But like I said, that's the thing about this game, is you want to make it so certain people feel like they truly have a specialty, and that's where Lifeline wasn't having a specialty, and now she really doesn't, because Loba can bring in a thing where that comes in instantly, and you can get shields, pick up whatever you want, even stuff out the vault with it. So I mean, I think seeing this season, it shakes things up a lot, but it really puts into perspective what they can do to make the game more even, to balance the game out, because you want to have a balanced game. You don't want to have the same teams. In this past tournament, you've seen the same teams, same groups, Pathfinder, you'll see Gibraltar, Caustic, you see the same teams over and over, and that's where you start to lose fan base, because, well, if you don't pick these people, then it's game over basically. So that's the main point I want people to understand, is that balancing is the best part about these games, and that's why people like games like this, because it takes a chance to have characters that people can like, but it gives you a chance to to customize them and make them your own kind of person. But you can also, you get happy and excited when you see your character get this much more attention. There's a lot of people that wanted to play Mirage, and I know those people. There's people that have 1,000 kills with Mirage, and he had garbage moves. All of his moves sucked. It was literally garbage. When he gets down, he disappears. That was about it. So it made me happy. It made me happy to see. I don't know why they did this, bro. They don't want to play circle, and then they want to heal me mid-fight. This is what I mean, bro. I can't be playing public no more. I can't be playing public no more, bro, because that's what people do. But I'm gonna show some of the utility here. So that was kind of me rambling and kind of giving like my first impressions on season 5 so far, but why season 5 is so important for Apex moving on forward. Hopefully everyone sees it that way. Hopefully they don't see it as, oh, they're gonna just start buffering the people. They have to buff certain people because they're useless in game. People love Octane too, but you almost 100% of the time cannot use him how you want to, because he's a lone wolf. Like if you're playing solos, use Octane. Octane is great in solos. Mirage was great in solos. Give me that free money. And man, I can't tell you how much I love to, get someone knocked and then instantly heal my teammates. It's one of the best parts about. It's honestly one of the best parts about this buff Mirage got, is that I can just heal whenever, pretty much. As long as they don't have eyes on me, I can heal whenever, you know? And that's one of the coolest parts, though, for real. It's one of the coolest parts to see him develop so much more from what he is now to what he is, from what he was beforehand. Pre season 5, I would tell you, man, Mirage is my favorite character, but he's the worst tier in the game. He had his own tier by himself because he was useless, and I couldn't stand it. Ooh, big plays. All right, so I saw that sonar, right? Look at his decoy. Okay, so I saw that sonar. Clearly someone's down there. He's only gonna move against the wall. So if I can go around, I can get my Mirage to go around and go forward. See what I mean? So this guy, he doesn't look at me, luckily. So he's gonna look and check. Look at that. Big money. He didn't even notice me. Oh, that's what I mean. He thought the Mirage was going out that way to try to fight. He went up instead of healing. He went up to shoot, and he was gonna shoot him, and I seen him. I honestly didn't even notice he was there, but I knew someone had to be in that direction. You can cover 2 spots with your Mirage because he's gonna either shoot your Mirage or shoot you. So that's one thing I like, is that you get a lot more utility out of it, and it's a very fast ultimate. Ultimate. His ultimate's fast too, but it's a very fast. Very fast tactical, with it only being 10 seconds. So, and the fact that it stays out for 60 seconds is really good too. So they shouldn't nerf any of this stuff, because like I said, he's not overpowered at all. He's got a lot of faults, and a lot of people that try to do certain stuff with the clones, they kind of take their eyes off of the game. That's one thing I'll tell you, is to do not, don't just focus on what the clones are doing. You still gotta play the game. That's why it's a lot more difficult than people make it out to be. You gotta still play the game. You gotta play honest. You gotta play it properly, or else you're gonna mess up trying to mess with these clones. Here's another play, Let me see what he's doing. He's looking that way. See if I can get him to look over there. Just to kind of mess around. Get him to come over that way and see. He uses his knockdown shield in that direction. I don't know if he did it because of that, but I feel like he did, so I'm gonna count that as that. That's a Mirage too. I can kind of get the feel, but if you see 2 in a row, that means he used the non-core, and it's not worth, not even worth messing with. Yeah, teammates. I don't like overly aggressive teammates. Now, I might be low-key going at my homie because my friend, that I play with normally, he's very aggressive. So, I think it's funny being so aggressive, but some people can do it and be really good, but being that aggressive makes me laugh a lot of the time, because it's just so funny to see them all mess around and then get killed. So this is what I mean though. The utility of this, so it's 15 seconds. Okay, so I have 15 seconds, and you pretty much create pandemonium when you do that. Ball around, missed a couple shots. It shreds, bro. The 9.9 is a murder weapon. So as you can see, man, they need my help. They over there playing, they panicking, bro. And you would think, well, the old Mirage wouldn't be able to handle this, because old Mirage sucks. Man, I'm telling you, bro. And clearly, I can tell that that's him. If you would have had him controlled, I probably wouldn't have noticed. I probably would have shot him. But it wouldn't make sense for him to do that. That's why I'm just thinking, I'm like, see what makes sense. If he's moving and if he's at like a corner and he's crouching, then yeah, it makes sense that it's like, okay, well, that looks like a real person. If not, then it's probably a Mirage, So there's a lot of anti-Mirage you can do. It's not like a thing that, like I said, it's not OP. It's not anything that's groundbreaking. It's groundbreaking for us because he was so bad. When you go from crap to what we have now, it makes it seem like he's like an A tier or S tier, but no, he went from D to probably B plus. And that's B plus is probably specifically for the invisible healing, because that's just as useful as it's just as useful as fast healing, in certain situations. But everything's situational in games like these. So As you can see, I'm trying to get these guys back, but you know, caught them again. You can even use them as cover. Like I said, it's a lot of utility, and somebody steals my kill. And who else steals my kill? It's another Mirage. I can't stand it, bro. There's so many Mirages that, you know, if you were a Mirage beforehand, you're true to the game, so you see all these Mirages with 10 kills in season, 10 total kills. You're like, bro, where was you at when we was in the struggle? You know, when we was in the trenches with Mirage. You know, we was struggling, trying to bamboozle people off of him running in a straight line, vertically. I'm like, bro, but all I'm saying is the game is in a good spot. Okay, it's in such a good spot. I'm gonna play this a lot, much more, to the point where, you know, I'm not gonna become an Apex channel unless it does really well. And like I said, if my voice is probably going to get on people's nerves, some people like my voice. You know, I might get hype every now and then, I might not, but I did want to make a video to kind of announce like a start for what I do in the game, because I always loved Apex. I love playing a lot of these battle royales, but they couldn't hold my attention except for Apex. Apex could always hold my attention because just the way they have the legend set up in the game. You know, it's kind of like Rainbow. And, you know, you have a person, they're good at certain points and they're weak at certain points. You know, same thing with Tekken. You know, they're good at certain spots, they're weak at certain spots. But you want your game to be balanced, you know. That's probably the biggest thing I like. So seeing this season 5, it really makes me appreciate what the developers have done, and that they've actually listened to people's cries about making such a player that was kind of iconic in the series to make him usable, you know. Man, bro, I swear, if my teammates weren't, look at where they're at, bro. Why did they go this far in when the circle's right here? This is what I mean, bro. This is what I mean. I gotta fight all these dudes by myself because they want to go all, we had the circle. The circle was literally ours, and they go push these guys for no reason. This is what bothers me the most is the teammates. It really does. I can only play with my homies, or else I'm gonna lose. Literally. And yeah, I got something to do because I forgot. I wasn't looking at the map. I'm rusty. You can't blame me. I'm rusty. But you know, I just wanted to show you guys and kind of give you guys my kind of point of view of where the game is now, and what them doing what they're doing is a really big step. Some people may not notice it, but it's a start of a good future for Apex, you know. But it's been real. It's been your boy Astro. If you guys like the video, let me know. You know, leave a like. 1700. Leave a like. It's been your boy. Peace.